Hello, happy Friday. We made it to the end of another week. Barely. Please excuse the mismatch of the outfit. Normally I sit in my work clothes and do these so that I look sort of put together because that's the only version of me that goes up on YouTube because I got former students who know how to find this and they don't need to know. Um, um, one of those days I got home, it was raining, and I was wearing a dress today and it just got colder, so I just decided to change and then get in the comfy clothes. Friday. Oh, it never fails. And I have no one to blame but myself. My block four really drains me. We did a quiz today, and like, you would think that that'd be a quiet day because like the kids should just take their quiz and leave me the fuck alone, and they don't. And it's because again, I bring it on myself. I have a policy in my class that I'll offer corrections because I care about you learning the material. I think it's just my approach to French is because it's not a tested subject. They're never going to be like put in a room on a computer and expect to do it with like from memory. Not French, like not in middle school, right? My philosophy is just I'd like you to learn it. I'd like you to know it. So I always let them have their notes, and I have the only policy I like the rule I have about like getting corrections. Like I'll do corrections as many times until you're happy with you how you are. Because the kids who care will actually bring it up for corrections and they'll actually take your advice. But the rule is you have to bring me like the pages of notes. Like it's usually your vocab page and your grammar page. If you bring me those two pages and they're completed, I will help you. I'll walk you through the process of like finding the right answer. And it's just exhausting because like the kids who care, they care a whole lot, and they will come to you until every single question is correct. And like I'm fine with it. It's just exhausting. It's I'm not at all prepped for next week because I thought that they knew the material a little bit better than I thought they did. And then I'm looking back at it. We're doing articles, indefinite versus definite, which is and the, which is pretty simple in English, I guess, to a native speaker because it's like, give me a pair of headphones or give me the pair of headphones, right? So, but in French, it's not or the. It's not just two words. It's based on whether the noun is masculine or feminine, and then it's based on whether it's singular or plural. So it's a whole, and then so it's like there's 6 different versions, and then sometimes it starts with a vowel, there's an L apostrophe. So it's like it's a whole process, and I think the kids just need more practice before we quiz it. So anyway, that was my day, and then I accidentally I ran out of foundation. I'm like, I really didn't want to get dressed and go anywhere tomorrow or Sunday. So I was like, let me go on the way home. And I drove by the exit and I had to come all the way back around. And then it started to rain. And then I accidentally went into Barnes and Noble, which is right next door to Ulta. And I understand that that's not really an accident, but how am I supposed to just walk past a Barnes and Noble? Like, who does that? So I bought stuff. Cheerful reading, The Second Coming of the KKK. So yay for me. And then Captain America, The Winter Soldier, the complete collection, because the podcast In the Gutter did this as their first book and I never got around to buying it. And then of course another French grammar book because I can't help myself. So and then I came home and then the Sims 4 new expansion pack is coming out March 16th and they did their live stream and it was like 2.5 hours and I had to watch that. So I'm just so glad it's Friday. So glad it's Friday. The plan tonight was initially going to be finish chapter 39, start chapter 40. But I'm really tired. So quite honestly, the minute I finish chapter 39, we're going to kick it for the night. And I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that. I'm just really tired and I'm looking forward to getting a bubble bath and relaxing with a book and then going to bed. And then starting fresh tomorrow. Because I have a lot of schoolwork to do because I accidentally didn't prep for the next week. It never quite happened between meetings and the children being the children. I did 3 write-ups this week, which is like more than I've done all year. So it's that March behavior. Like, there's just like, what are they? We're in day 112, which means how does math work? 78 days from the end of the school year, and the kids just feel it. I think it actually might be less than that. 74 days. We're 74 days away from the school year. And like the kids just know it. Like the kids can feel it, and the teachers can feel it. And, we're starting to get senioritis, if that makes sense. Marchitis is really what it is. They'll settle back in April and then they'll go fucking wild in March and May. So, all right, I got my Pomodoro up. So let's load that up. So here we are. Let me switch it over to the actual Pomodoro. All right, I'll get my music ready. Put on my headphones. put up my hair because I left my hair tie in the car all day. So that was another really fun moment. And I had SAC duty, which is like running in school suspension during lunch. And I love the children, but like again, they just never leave you alone. I've got a lot of stalkers. You gotta stop being the nice teacher. When you're not the nice teacher, the kids don't want to spend time with you. All right, so let's make that big. All right, toss it on the music, and I'll see you guys in 25. That's weird. Okay. Well, at least I remembered not to leave myself muted tonight. You know, we live, we learn. Um, so I finished a scene and then I started the next one. I didn't move as quickly as I wanted to. I think my fingers are like, if your fingers could be tired, it feels like my fingers are tired. They kept slipping on the keys. It also might be just my key. I need new batteries for my keyboard. I'm starting the Jason and Elizabeth scene. I had an idea for it on the way home, so I had to switch up what I was going to do with it. But I'm actually happier with the idea. The Michael, Ned, Tracy scene, I'm actually really happy with, and kind of excited because I wanted to look up if Tracy had a middle name for reasons, and I looked it up, and it turns out, and then I briefly read some of her early biography. Like I knew some of the big strokes of early Tracy. Like I remembered she'd been like engaged to Mitch Williams. The guy that Mitch Williams was the guy that Roy DeLuca was supposed to kill, and then Roy died killing him back in the 70s. And then I knew that she had withheld Edward's pain medication and ended up being cut out of the will for her troubles. So like I knew that kind of stuff, but like I didn't know much else. And it turns out she actually had a rivalry with Susan Moore back in the day. She let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, so that Mitch Williams and Susan were actually having an affair. And even after Tracy married Mitch Williams, Mitch and Susan continued to have an affair. So they left. And then after they left, that's when Susan had the affair with Alan. So I kind of feel like it really makes sense to put her into that Susan Moore storyline. So that actually was a little happy accident. I'm tired. I really am looking forward to being done for the night. I was going to do flash fiction, but then after I had to drive in the rain around people. Oh, I forgot I have comments. I keep forgetting to look at those. So, hey, Ange is here. Hi. Ooh. I feel like my voice is weird. Like it feels like it's still sore or something. Maybe I used it too much this week, yelling at the children. I'm so tired. 2.5 minutes halfway through the break. Trying to think of things to talk about, and I don't have anything. I'm just tired. The children were really, it's not even their fault. It's really not. I'm just, you hit March and you just start to look forward to the summer because you're just really burnt out. And to be honest, a lot of us were burnt out by October. The kids were just off the hook. They just did not come back from summer vacation the way that like I remember them coming back. It felt like it took us till November. And then just as soon as the kids were settled in, we had Christmas break. And I feel like some of the kids have never really come back from Christmas break. So like we're June tired, and we've been June tired since September. And now they want us to enforce this no ripped jeans as part of the dress code. I'm like, sir, it is day 114, and you think on day 115 I'm gonna start writing up kids for ripped jeans they've been wearing all year? No, leave me alone. Stop making me do these things. I have 3 rules for running my classroom, and I can't actually put them up on the wall because like everything I learned about like classroom management, I learned like all the rules you need are all the same rules you use for pub quiz. Rule number 1, don't be a dick. Number 2, cover your bits. And number 3, don't cheat. Like that's it. It's the same rules that fly at pub quiz at Fido's will work just fine in your classroom. Because I feel like don't be a dick covers so much territory. I have no idea why they give a shit about ripped jeans. And I'm actually kind of like, our dress code is like super classist because we work in a Title I district, and a Title I district means that a lot of our kids are living below the poverty line. And it's literally in our dress code that the kids can't wear dirty clothes. These fucking kids might not have access to a laundromat. Like, shut your fucking face. Some of these kids have holes in their shit because that's what they can afford. And you're going to tell them they can't wear ripped jeans? Now, we also have the kids who wear ripped jeans because that's what's in fashion. And I'm sorry. If they wear leggings under it and they can't actually see any skin, you don't have a right to complain. Like, they want me to write these kids up for wearing ripped jeans. Gotta be fucking kidding me. And it's not even this district. Like, it feels like every district takes on this battle. I'm like, why are you picking battles that don't need to be fought? The only battle I want to pick in my classroom is, did the kid act like an asshole and did he do his work? That's all I really care about in my classroom. I don't give a shit. As long as your butt cheeks don't hang out and I can't see your nipples, I'm pretty good. Like, I feel like that covers everything you need. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm not crazy. Anyway, that's not important. Can't wear pajama pants either. I'm like, so I can't have anything that makes me comfortable or happy. You suck. Even when we did like Spirit Week, we couldn't do pajamas. Just soulless, joyless killjoys who work at my district. I love my job. I love my kids. I just feel like you take all the fun out of being in middle school. All right, so that was the bell for. Well, I feel bad because like I run in school, right? So like I do in school detention, and I had a kid in there, one of my kids who I have in one of my French classes, and I show up and she's in there because she's wearing a bonnet, and she's a black kid, and she's just like, I didn't feel like doing my hair, so I put on a bonnet, and I'm like, nothing about what she's wearing is going to affect her ability to do, like, it does not affect her ability to do the job. Like, she can do the work. She's just going to sit with a fucking bonnet on her head. Also, it's cute. It's adorable. It was black satin. Like, it really looked adorable. And, like, you know, some kids, they have a texture of hair that if they don't, like, they have to, like, actually do stuff with it. Like, you know, not everybody can just throw their hair up and go. They're just fucking assholes. Like, we're not culturally responsive at all. And like, who cares if they're wearing hats? Oh my God. Who cares if they're wearing hoods? Stop picking battles. Anyway, I don't like seeing kids in school for dress code violations. It's such fucking bullshit. And I don't care if anybody from my job sees this. Shut up. Say what I want on my own time. Anyway, I'm going to go back to work and do the 25 minutes second to finish this chapter. I'm just tired of seeing kids in there. Like, we have enough. Right. And I really think they're going to run into trouble with this ripped jean thing because you're going to take kids out of instruction. And they're actually, the standard is if what they're wearing does not disrupt their ability to do the job, you cannot remove them from instruction. They're going to get smacked on this. They're going to have a lot of trouble, arguments in court. I need some parents to show up. I need you to start forcing these schools to explain the fucking sex. Anyway, don't get me started. No, don't let me continue. I gotta go. I gotta do this. All right. Bye. I'll be back. Let's switch to the screen. Let me mute myself. Oop, no, don't do that. Hello. Hi. All right. Yay. All finished. Ugh. All right. So I finished it. And actually, that scene took a weird change I wasn't expecting. Not a bad one. I think it's just so on the show right now, which I'm not watching because fuck that show. But I know that Lisa Obrecht has decided to hold Elizabeth responsible for the death of her daughter that nobody liked anyway, because reasons. I don't know. Makes no sense. Anyway, so I was starting to I was writing it and I was planning on talking about another thing, and then I got into talking about Liesel. And if you read Fool Me Twice book 1, you know that Liesel was part of the memory experiments, and in fact she experimented on Jake, which totally could have happened on the show because she worked with Faison and she was connected to the Cassadines. So and then so I'd always planned for Elizabeth and Jason to get the files for Jake at some point in the book. And so I ended up having them and Elizabeth being like, you know what? Fuck Lisa Lobrecht. She's someone we can get answers from. And I'm like, that's not where the scene was supposed to go. But you know, sometimes you just gotta let things happen. So I'll figure out if that's gonna be a problem tomorrow. All right, so it's almost 7:00 here. I'm tired. I finished chapter 39. Let's see how much I wrote. How many words? It's probably about 1,500. I was a little slow tonight, and I think it's just because my keyboard is being like cranky with me. It's doing that thing where the keys are sticking, and I really just think it needs a new set of batteries. So, all right, that's weird. Sorry, I just got a weird notification. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, and I will probably do sprints tomorrow, but I don't know if they'll be public. I usually do Patreon sprints on the weekend because I don't wear makeup, to be quite honest. If you don't know this, everything up here, this is all fake. I'm blonde. It's all blonde. Not the hair. The hair is naturally red, but the eyebrows are blonde. The eyelashes are blonde. I'm an albino. So it's just one of those things. I just don't tend to do that. But I will be around this weekend. So hopefully I'll be doing my writing. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for hanging out. Bye.